Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
दंड प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। प्रणाम माता जी।
प्रणाम माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी।
Yeah, 4:12:44. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Narayanam Namaskritya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
Naram Shiva Narottamam.
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये.
ततो जयमुदीरये।
अष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवतिरुत्तमश्लोके
निर्भवति नैष्टिकी.
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 12th chapter, verse number 44. Maitreya Uvacha.
मैत्रिय उवाच
एतत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं
एतत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं
यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया
यत्पृष्टो
यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया
ध्रुवस्योद्धाम यशसस्
ध्रुवस्य उत्थाम
ध्रुवस्योद्यमयशसः
चरितं सम्मतं सताम्.
चरितं
चरितं
सम्मतं
सम्मतं
सताम्।
सताम्।
मैत्रेय उवाच
मैत्रिय
मैत्रिय
उवाच
उवाच
तत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं
एतत्ते
एतत्ते
अभिहितं
अभिहितं
सर्वं
सर्वं
पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया
यत्पृष्टो
यत्पृष्टो अहम्
अहम्
इह
इह
त्वया
त्वया
ध्रुवस्योद्धाम यशसस्
ध्रुवस्योत्थाम
ध्रुवस्योद्धाम यशस्
तं सम्मतं सताम्.
चरितं
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 सम्मतं
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 सताम्।
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 उवाच
मैत्रेय उवाच
उवाच
तत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं
एतत्ते
एतत्ते
अभिहितं
अभिहितं
सर्वं
सर्वं
यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया
यत्पृष्टो
यत्पृष्टो
यत्पृष्टो अहम्
अहम्
इह
इह
त्वया
त्वया
ध्रुवस्योद्धाम यशसः
ध्रुवस्य उत्थाम यशसः
ध्रुवस्योद्धाम
यशसः
चरितं सम्मतं सताम्.
चरितं
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 सम्मतं
सम्मतं सताम्।
सताम्।
मैत्रेय उवाच एतत्ते अभिहितं सततं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्योद्धाम यशसः चरितं सम्मतं सताम्. Okay, anybody likes to chant Hare Krishna?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंड प्रणाम। मैत्रेय उवाच एतत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्य उत्थाम यशसः चरितं सम्मतं सताम्। हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंड प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। मैत्रेय उवाच एतत्ते अविहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्य उत्थामयशसः चरितं सम्मतं सतां। थैंक यू माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माता।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। प्रणाम माताजी। मैत्रेय उवाच एतस्य अभिहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्य दाम यशसः चरितं सम्मतं सताम्। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू माता।
कृष्ण माता
हरे
जी प्रणाम जी। मैत्रेय उवाच एतत् अभीतं सर्वं यदभृष्टो अहम् इवं त्वया दुर्वस्योताम यशसः सरिदं सम्मदं सदाम. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. मैत्रिय उवाच एतत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्यो धाम यशसः चरितं सम्मतं सताम्. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. मैत्रेय उवाच एतत्ते अभितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवत्यस्यो धाम यशस चरितं सम्मतं सत. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. मैत्र्या उवाच इतत्ते वहितं सतं तत् यत् पृष्टो अहम् इहं तव ध्रुवश्च उदाम यशास् चरितं समतं सतम्. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
माताजी.
Maitreya
मैत्रेय.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Maitreya uvacha etate vihitam sarvam yat prashtoham iva tvaya drushvasyodhama yashashas charitam sammatam satam. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Maitreya Uvacha Etatte Abhihitam Sarvam Yat Prushto Aham Ihatvaya Dhruvasyo Dhama Ishasash Charitam Sammatam Satam. Hare
Hare Krishna. So we'll continue. Synonyms. Maitreya Uvacha. The great sage Maitreya said, Etat, this, te, unto you. Sorry. Abhihitam, described. Sarvam, everything. Yet, what. Prishta aham, I was asked. Iha, here. Tvaya, by you. Dhruvasya, of Dhruv Maharaj. Uddhama, greatly uplifting. Yashashaha, whose reputation. Charitam, character. Sammadam, approved. Satam, by great devotees. Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, whatever you have asked from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruv Maharaj, I have explained to you in all details. Great saintly persons and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruv Maharaj. Hare Krishna Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam means everything in relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whether we hear the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Lord or we hear about the character, reputation and activities of His devotees, they are all one and the same. Neophyte devotees simply try to understand the pastimes of the Lord and are not very interested in hearing about the activities of His devotees. But such discrimination should not be indulged in by any real devotee. Sometimes less intelligent men try to hear about the rasa dance of Krishna and do not take care to hear about the other portions of Srimad Bhagavatam which they completely avoid. There are professional Bhagavata reciters who abruptly go to the Rasa Leela chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam as if other portions of Srimad Bhagavatam were useless. This kind of discrimination and abrupt adoption of the Rasa Leela pastimes of the Lord is not approved by the Acharyas. A sincere devotee should read every chapter and every word of Srimad Bhagavatam, for the beginning verses describe that it is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature. Devotees should not try to avoid even a word of Srimad Bhagavatam. The great sage Maitreya therefore affirmed herein that the Bhagavatam is the Sammatam Satam, approved by great devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Omajnanatimirandasya Jnananjananshalakaya Chakshurvidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mahyam Tatandi Swapatandidam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidina Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Devesha Dharini जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मैत्रेय उवाच एदत्ते अभिहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टो अहम् इह त्वया ध्रुवस्यो धाम यशसः चरितं सम्मतं सताम्। श्री राधागोविंद की जय, गौरताई की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, whatever you have asked from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruva Maharaj, I have explained to you in all details. Great saintly persons and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruva Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So in purport, Prabhupada says that we have to hear about Krishna. Hearing about the activities of Lord as well as the devotees. They are on the same platform. So where can we hear about Lord and his devotees? In Srimad Bhagavatam. Because when you hear in Bhagavad Gita, it's basically about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Because Krishna is establishing the fact he is supreme. But when you go to Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens? We can hear about his devotees. Like Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Gajendra. So nice pastimes with Krishna and his devotees. That's why Bhagavatam is dear to Krishna also. Bhagavatam is not only dear to Vaishnavas, it's also dear to Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. Okay, it's the, here this is verse. 12th canto, 13th chapter, verse 18 says, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. Vaishnavana, it's very dear to Vaishnavas and very dear to Krishna because it's Amalam Puranam. It's a spotless Puran. It's very dear to Krishna. So, because it's not different from Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. Right? So, Bhagavatam is a spotless Puran. Okay, spotless Puran means there is no negative things in Bhagavatam. You can't say that this one went wrong, that went wrong. No. And it's more dear to a Vaishnava because it describes the pure and supreme knowledge of the Paramahamsas. And Bhagavatam reveals the meaning to be free from material work. So this is what is Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the verse, Prabhupada says that it has to be drunk, this Bhagavatam. Right? Every chapter, every word has to be drunk. So it is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature. Which is that verse which says Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature?
Nigam kalpataro galitam.
Yeah, Jane Mataji, can you chant the verse?
निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखात् अमृतं संयुतं पिबत भागवतरसमालयं मोरहो रसिकबभो भाविक.
Yes, 113. Okay, the sloka is 113. First canto, first chapter, verse number 3. Nikamakalpaturur galitam phalam shukamukad amritadrava samyutam pipada bhagavatam rasamalaya muhur aho rasikabu vibhavuka. Okay, so you have seen like some fruits will be bitten by the parrot. वो बहुत sweet होता है ना. So, but sometimes we see it's bitten by the bird, so we don't eat. But old people, my grandmother used to say, that is more sweet. Okay, so how does that parrot know this is the sweet? And even though it's sweet, it becomes more sweet after biting. The science is there is a pectin covering outside and inside the fruit. So when the bite happens, it breaks and the sweetening process fastens. So that is science. But then this parrot is who? Who's this parrot here? Shukadeva Goswami. So Shukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Radharani. So when Bhagavatam is sweet, but when it came through the mouth of Shukadeva Goswami, it became more sweeter. And Pibbata Bhagavata Rasama, you just have to drink it. Because it's the ripened fruit. Just imagine, we finished mango season. So it aam hai, pura paka hua hai, beech bhi nahi hai, or outside peel bhi nahi hai. So you can just eat it. It's so sweet. So this is Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should have that love towards the scriptures. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. So when we go to Saptah and all, they do Aarti for Bhagavatam. And they sing, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata, Deva Jaya Jaya Bhagavata, Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Swarupa, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata, Deva Jaya Jaya Bhagavata Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Swarupa. So he is not different from Radha and Krishna. I've seen my friends जो लाइफ मेंबरशिप कार्ड मिला है तो उसको भागवतम सेट भी मिलेगा ना फ्री में, वो ऐसे ही है, वो बाहर निकाला भी नहीं है, लाइक दे डिडंट इवन टेक इट आउटसाइड, और कवर भी ऐसा ही है, और इट्स जस्ट लाइंग. वाई वी आर गिविंग भागवतम, लाइक फ्री में मिला ना, ठीक है, नो टाइम, अभी टाइम नहीं है, सो दे जस्ट कीप. At least some devotees, they take it out and keep in the shelf as it is. Prabhupada said as it is, not just keep it as it is. Because you have Krishna in your house and you are not serving Krishna. So it's so much offense. But today is His Grace Gauri Shyam Prabhu's birthday, Netaji Prabhu's father. So we should all pray for Prabhu, because Prabhu's life is, so morning also Bhagavatam, evening also Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya double times at home. So the home is not different from Vaikuntha. Because so much, so Krishna हमेशा उधर रहेगा, क्योंकि सुबह भी भागवतम चल रहा है और evening also. And Prabhu is, he reached 7th canto. 7th canto में है ना अभी? 8, हाँ. तो Prabhu told मेरा marathon भागवतम चल रहा है. I asked why Prabhu marathon? He's like, हाँ, full 12 cantos I want to finish it. Because we don't know when we have to go. So I'm just finishing it. So मेरा husband भी ये सुना, और मेरा हस्बैंड अभी 3rd कैंटो में है, तो वो भी क्लास में, क्योंकि इन हिज क्लास देयर आर 60 माताजीज हु आर ऑल अबव 50 years. सो ही टोल्ड आई एम ऑल्सो डूइंग मैराथन प्रभु के जैसा, क्योंकि मुझे भी 12 कैंटोस फिनिश करना है. सो दैट इज द थिंग, लाइक 12 कैंटोस इफ यू रीड, फर्स्ट 2 कैंटोस इज द लोटस फीट ऑफ कृष्णा. As you go up, the face is the 10th canto, and 12th is the head. So just imagine Krishna Swayam has come into your house, and you don't even serve Krishna, you're not bothered about Krishna. What offense it is. It is also aparadh. It is called Shastra aparadh. You're doing offense to the Shastra. So you have Bhagavatam at home and you're not reading it, you're not serving a Shastra. So that's a great offense to the Shastra. Because it is said, when Krishna actually left after finishing his pastime in Dwapar Yuga, Dharma actually resided in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishne swadama pagade dharma jnana divisaha kalau nashtadrisham esham puranartho adunoditaha. Krishna swadama pagade. After Krishna went, where did dharma reside? This was the question by the sages of Naimisharanya. The 6 questions. The last question was this. So the reply is, this Bhagavad Puran is as brilliant as the sun. Like when sun is there, there is no darkness. So Bhagavatam is like that. And it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his abode, accompanied by religion and knowledge. So persons who have lost their vision due to dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. So when today we are studying about Dhruva Charita, when we study about Dhruva, so much knowledge comes to us. So because this is Dharma, this is where Krishna is. Prabhupada says, every page you can see Krishna. Bhagavatam ke har page mein we can see Krishna. Because he's there. He's there, we don't realize it. So from today, at least, I'm requesting, how many of you are reading Bhagavatam? Raise a digital hand. Some are doing Bhakti Vaibhav, some are finishing Bhakti Shastri. So please start reading, at least the first canto, start reading. Oh good, so many are reading, 15 of them. Only 15, only 18 out of 105, 20. Okay, at least read. And you should read Nityam, okay, every day. Not like just 1 or 2 days, Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Every day you should get that taste of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is that scripture which will give us lot of knowledge and show us how to live. Chaitanya Charitamrita also says, Madhya Leela chapter 24 verse 318. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya Prati Sloke Prati Akshara Nana Arthakaya. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata. Krishna is not different from Bhagavata, he is same. Krishna and Bhagavatam is same. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya Prati Sloka Prati Akshara Nana Arthakaya. Every sloka, every akshara has different meanings, many meanings. Okay, so Srimad Bhagavatam is as great as Krishna. So it's not different from Krishna. We have holy name which is Krishna, as well as Bhagavatam is Krishna only. And the Supreme Lord and shelter of everything. Each and every verse of Bhagavatam, each and every syllable, there are various meanings. So Prabhupada has given his life and soul to translate Srimad Bhagavatam for us. And we are not taking advantage of it. Like if you daily read Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, Krishna will come and sit in your house. He will not go. because Krishna likes to hear about his devotees. Okay, in the purport, Prabhupada says, a neophyte devotee might be hearing only about Krishna. He doesn't know about his devotees. I see, neophyte devotees just try to understand the pastime of Krishna. They want to hear only about Krishna. They are not interested in hearing the activities of his devotees. But that's not the real thing. We should hear more about his devotees. And some people like to do hear about rasa dance. No use. So recently one Bhagavad Saptah happened in my place, and my mother was so excited to go Bhagavatam Saptah. So she went. And what happened? There was no katha, just reading, reciting the verse. All 7 days they were reciting 18,000 verses. Then I asked, did you understand anything? She didn't understand a word. As a marathon, they were reciting the verse. I'm like, what is the use? Just reciting the verse without understanding the meaning, it's of no use. So we should try to understand the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is very important. Okay, understanding the meaning. Okay, some are reached 3rd canto, some are reading 4th canto, very nice. So please keep reading, and as you keep reading, the taste keep on increasing. Okay, this is what Srimad Bhagavatam is. And also in Bhagavatam 12th canto it is said, Nimnaganam yada Ganga devanam achyuto yada Vaishnavanam yada Shambho Puranarko idam tata. Out of all the rivers, Ganga is the great, and Krishna, Achyuta is the great. Vaishnavanam yada Shambho. Of all the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is great. Purananam itam tata. Of all the Puranas, Bhagavatam is the great. Okay, so Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all the Puranas. So you get the essence. Okay, Bhagavad Gita now we know. So you want to know more about Krishna, the more about his devotees, the Krishna becomes more pleased. Okay, so we have to know about his devotees, because Krishna can be captured by his devotees. And there is a Sarva Shastra Bipiyusa, a song by Sanatana Goswami in Krishna Leela Stava. So here he says, Sarva Shastra Bipiyusha, Sarva Vedega Satpala, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Logaiga Drikprata, Sarva Shastra Bipiyusha. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam is the churned from the ocean of Vedic scriptures. It is the cream, like when you start churning the butter, the yogurt, the cream, the butter comes. That's the essence. Srimad Bhagavatam is Sarva Shastra Bipiyusha. It's the churned butter from the ocean of Vedic literature. And it is the transcendental fruit of the Vedas. And is enriched with jewels of spiritual philosophical conclusion. Okay, so it's the life breath of the Vaishnava devotees. And it's the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. Okay, who has actually returned to us. So Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Lokaiga Drikprada, Sarva Bhagavata Prana, Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu, Kali Dvanto Didatitya, Shri Krishna Parivartita. Srimad Bhagavatam is, by reading, one attains transcendental bliss. You get that happiness when you read Srimad Bhagavatam. And every syllabus is like pure love of God upon the reader. You are always to be served by everyone. And you are the incarnation of Krishna. This Bhagavan Swayam, Krishna Swayam has come to your house. So those who have Bhagavatam in your house and you have not touched it, please try to take away all the dust from it and start reading. Okay, it's like sugar candy. Sugar candy, if you taste from any side, it's sweet. So you can read any part of Bhagavatam, but better to go from 1st canto. If you go from 1st canto, you systematically have to study Krishna. Because it said when you take darshan of Krishna, you have to take darshan from lotus feet and go up to the face. Directly you should not jump to the face. Okay, so similarly, directly you should not go to the 10th canto and misunderstand Krishna. So from canto 1 you should start. And also it is said, Paramananda Padaya Prema Varsha Akarshyate Sarvada Sarva Sevaya Shri Krishna Namostute Sarvada Sevaya. Okay, Bhagavatam is the friend. By reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we get transcendental bliss. Okay, I think we got confused here. Okay, so Srimad Bhagavatam is my only friend. It is said, Madheka Bandho Mat Sangin Mad Guru Man Madhatana Man Nishtaraka Mat Bhagya Madananda Namostute Madheka Bandhu. My only friend is Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because only Bhagavatam will give us good advice and how to go forward. Mat Sangin, my only friend. Mad Guru, my Guru is Srimad Bhagavatam. right? He is my only friend, my companion, my teacher, my great wealth, madhana, my deliver, my good fortune, my bliss is Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what Sanatana Goswami says. So, asadu sadhu dadayin atino chochatakara hana muncha kada chinmam premna hrid kandayo sphura. So, what is Srimad Bhagavatam? He is the giver of saintliness to the unsaintly. He is the uplift of the fallen. Please do not leave me. Please become manifested upon my heart and throat, accompanied by pure love of Krishna. So this is Krishna Leelastava by Sanatana Goswami. So Sri Sanatana Goswami is glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam by saying that it is the cream of all the Vedic literature. Just have to drink it. But you should get taste to Srimad Bhagavatam. If you don't have taste, then you will read newspapers and other magazines and all. Because you find taste there. But no, once you start getting the taste, for that what should we do? We should keep reading. In association of devotees is nice. Because there are some Bhakti Viksha groups, study group, they sit together and read Bhagavatam. That's how you develop the taste initially. Then slowly you should start reading. Every day, make sure I'll read this much pages of Srimad Bhagavatam and read the purports. If you're not good at Sanskrit, then you can skip the slokas might be, but purports you should not skip because that is the essence. And that is the speciality of Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. I've seen so many other Bhagavatam. It has either only the verses or verse and the translation. That's it. Now, no other Bhagavatam has such beautiful purports by Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada's purports are like the highest. Okay, and so that's about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if we want Srimad Bhagavatam to reveal to us, then we should start serving Bhagavatam. And serving Bhagavatam is by hearing and reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, and the beginning Prabhupada says that we have to hear about Krishna as well as his devotees. Whether we hear the pastimes of Krishna or we hear about his devotees, they are all one and the same. That's why we should hear more about Prabhupada, we should hear more about his devotees. So today I'll discuss about the devotees of Lord Vittala. Okay, so Vittala, where is Vittala situated? Does anyone know the place? Maharashtra?
Pandharpur.
Pandharpur, right? Why is Vittala called Panduranga? Panduranga Vittala, Rukmininada Vittala. So you've seen Vittala's picture, no? ऐसा हाथ, okay. आपको पता है क्यों ऐसा खड़ा हुआ है? एक भक्त के लिए वो वेट कर रहे हैं. So I'll just say who it is. He's called Pundalik. Okay, so why is called Panduranga? Why is Vittala called Panduranga Vittala?
Because of the dust, Mataji. That when he is going for cow herding, the dust falls on him and he turns into white color. So the color is like a white color. So that's why Panduranga came.
Yeah, very nice. Yes. So because Krishna ran from Dwaraka to Pandharpur, so all the dust tha, so all came to his face. So that's why it became Panduranga. Okay. So this is Vittala. If you can see the picture. Okay. Now Vittala is standing like this. As a heart, so why is he standing like this? Okay. So there is a beautiful pastime of Krishna. What happened when Krishna when he was in Dwaraka, he missed the Brajavasis. So after a few years, Radharani and the gopis came to Dwaraka to meet Krishna. So they were so much of in happiness that Krishna and Radharani went in one secluded place and started talking. Rukmini Devi saw this. She became jealous. Why Krishna is so intimately speaking to Radharani, avoiding me? So she got angry and she went to her native place. So Rukmini Devi's native place is Maharashtra. So she went there, and when she went there, Krishna got scared and Krishna ran behind Rukmini Devi. So when he was running, so much of dust came in his face and he became called Panduranga, so much of dust. So when he went there, Rukmini Devi was not satisfied. She's like, no, I won't talk to you, I won't talk to you. Now, so Krishna thought what to do. There is a devotee nearby who is called Pundarik. Some say Pundalik, some say Pundarik. So he is Pundarik, and go and meet him. So Krishna had a desire to meet Pundarik. How is this Pundarik is? He was very arrogant. He never took care of his parents. But Pundarik's parents, dono, bahut pure Vaishnavas tha. They were very pure Vaishnavas. Okay, Pundarik's parents. So Pundarik never took care of the parents. So the parents thought, okay, at least we'll get him married. So thoda he'll become responsible. So they got him married, and he became so attached to his wife that he completely neglected his parents. So one day the parents said, please take us to Kashi, we want to go to Kashi. So Pundarik said, no, who want Kashi and all, you walk and go, I won't take you to Kashi. So it's the responsibility of the son to do it, but he didn't do. So the parents started walking to Kashi. That time his wife said, I also want to go to Kashi. Immediately he arranged a horse, everything for her, made her sit in the horse. He also sat in the horse, went to Kashi. On the way, they reached one place to take rest. So in a Muni's ashram, there his parents also came. So the parents were feeding the horse, bathing the horse, but he never took care of his parents. He and his wife was nicely enjoying. So one day that night he saw 3 ladies coming and sweeping the floor, the ashram of the Muni. So and they were full of dirt. So he asked, who are you? So they were Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. So why you are coming? Why you full of dirt? So they said, people like you come and take bath in us and put all the sin here, we become dirty. But by doing Vaishnav Seva, by cleaning this ashrama, we become purified. So morning they becomes very neatly dressed and very gorgeous, and they go back. Again they come night and sweep. So he asked, sinful why am I sinful? They said, you are not doing Vaishnav Seva. Your parents are pure devotees, but you are not taking care of them. So you are the most sinful person. So he felt very bad. It was like eye-opening to him. Like, main kya karu? So what he started doing is, he started serving his parents. So he took them to Kashi, and he came back. Nicely he used to take care of his parents. He didn't bother what his wife said, but he started taking care of his parents like anything. So much Vaishnava Seva. He used to massage their lotus feet and everything. So that day when Krishna left Rukmini Devi and went to Pandalpur, he remembered Pundarik. He's like, oh, let me go and meet Pundarik, because Pundarik is so much into Vaishnav Seva, let me go. So Krishna went and was outside Pundarik's house. So Krishna shouted, hey Pundarik, I have come, please come out. So Pundarik's like, whoever it is, just wait for me, because main seva mein hu. I'm just massaging my parents' lotus feet, let them sleep, then only I'll come. So Krishna is like, I want to sit somewhere, now where will I sit? So there was a brick there, brick ko Vittal bolta hai na, Vittal in Maharashtra, it is Vittal. So he took that brick and threw it outside and said, stand on that brick. So Krishna stood there with hands like this, waiting for his devotee. When will he come? So he was standing like this. And he became a statue there. He became like this with both the hands in his waist. So everybody was shocked to see that beautiful form. Yeah, wheat, no? Sureka Mataji says the brick is called wheat. That's why he became Vittala. He stood on that wheat, the brick. So he was waiting. And waiting, even Rukmini Devi also came a little bit far, but she was also there. So when Pundarik came out, he saw Krishna standing on the brick. Yeah, brick is called wheat in Marathi, yes. So that's why he's called Vittala. And he started standing like this. And Pundarik was feeling so bad. I made my Lord wait for me. Then Krishna said, no, because you were doing Vaishnav Seva. Vaishnav Seva is more greater than my service. So you should serve Vaishnavas. I'm so happy. So everybody started, and Vittala asked, what boon you want? He said, nothing, I just want you to I want you to be seen like this. I want to every day take darshan, you be here. So Krishna became Panduranga Vittala in Pandalpur, and he's standing like this with Rukmini Devi. That's how that posture came. Okay, that is called Vittala, Panduranga Vittala. So when everybody questioned, Rukmini Devi also, why did you become like this for Pundarik, who is such a sinful person? He did sin so many years. Just few years he started his serving his parents, and you gave so much mercy. Why? Does anyone know who Pundarik was in previous life? Yes? Who was Pundarik in previous life? No? He was Muchukunta. Muchukunta, pata hai na who's? Wo Kala Yavana. Muchukunta was the king who actually is a great devotee, who wanted to have a boon to sleep. And he wanted to sleep, and whoever disturbed his sleep, when he opened his eyes, they'll start burning. So once Kalayavana, demon, started chasing Krishna, Krishna ran into the cave where Muchukunta was sleeping. And then Krishna removed his that shawl and put it on Muchukunta, just to think that he is Krishna, and he started hiding. So Kalayavana came running, he saw Krishna's shawl, he thought that's Krishna, and he went and kicked him. So when Muchukunda got up, he saw Kalayavana and was so angry that you disturbed me in my sleep, that Kalayavana got burnt. So Krishna killed the demon in that way. So when Krishna killed that demon, Kalayavana, Muchukunda got up, and Muchukunda said, "Oh Krishna," because it was time for Krishna to appear in front of Muchukunda to give darshan. So Muchukunda was so happy to see Krishna, and Krishna said, "Next life," and Muchukunda said, "Please stay here, I want to take more darshan." Krishna was like, "No, I have a lot of other things to do. So next time when I come, I'll stand like this in front of you." So that Muchukunda became Pundarik, and Lord came as Vittala and stood in front of Pundarik. Okay, so that he could take darshan. So that was because here Prabhupada says we have to hear more about Krishna and his devotees. So when you talk about Vittala, we can't stop saying about his devotees. Okay, does anyone know any devotees of Vittala? Great devotees?
Tukaram.
Tukaram, yes. Then?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sakubai.
Sakubai. Then?
Janabai.
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 Ramdev.
Nivritinath, Sant Nivritinath.
Namdev. Then Sakubai. Then who else?
Jnaneshwar.
Jnaneshwar Mataji.
Tukaram Jnaneshwar.
Jnaneshwar Mataji.
Yes. So that so if we talk about Vittala, we have to talk about Chokamela also. Did anyone hear about Chokamela? Okay, so there is a devotee called Chokamela. He was a great devotee of Pundari with Vittala. Okay, it's very great devotee, and he sings so many bhajans. He dances in front of the temple. So once what happened, there was some the Chokavela was in a place and singing bhajans, and suddenly all the bricks fell on top of Chokamela, and many people died, including Chokamela. So he left his body, okay, there. So when he left his body, what happened? Many bones were inside. Like many people died at that particular place. So Chokamela had a desire that he wanted to be in front of the Lord. Like he wanted to be buried near the temple. Okay, the bone. So everybody is like, how will you know which bone is Chokamela's? Because so many people died, and which bone will be Chokamela's? So the Lord came in the dream and said, the bone which will chant Vittala, 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 that is Chokamela's bone. So when they went and took all the bones, no bones were chanting, but there were some bones which was chanting Vittala, Vittala, Panduranga, Vittala, Rukmininada, Vittala. So that was the bone. It is a bone. It doesn't have any life, but that bone was also chanting Vittala, Vittala. So this is Chokamela. So Chokamela was the great devotee of Vittala, and also there was somebody called Janabai. So Janabai was 7-year-old young girl, and when she went to Pandalpur, Vittala, to take darshan, she didn't come back. Her parents said, come, we'll go back, because we'll come to darshan, we'll go back. She said no. Like how is Udupi Krishna in Mangalore? How is Guruvairappan in Kerala? How is Tirupati Balaji in Andhra? Similarly, there's Vittala in Maharashtra, it is said. So it's the same Lord. So she didn't come back, this Janabai. She was like, no, I'll serve Vittala, you go back. So the parents went, and she was there, and Namdev took care of this girl as a servant in his house. Namdev was also a great poet of Vittala, and Janabai also started writing so many poems of Vittala. So she was chanting bhajans even at night. Okay, so when she started graining the grains, those days atta aisa banate hai na, like they used to put the whole chakli. Yes. So when she does that, Vittala, Lord used to come and sit and help her doing it. Every day he'll come and help. So one day when he came, every day he used to come. When she was Chakki. So when she was 7 years old only, the Lord used to come and help her. So she became a girl and she was grown up. Still every day, Vittala will come and help her to do the Chakki thing, because he's a pure devotee. So one day when the Lord came, he became so sleepy, he slept in a room. And when he slept, he put his shawl there and he took Janabai's shawl and his this mala also, all the precious jewels, necklace also he kept there. And it was time for Vittala temple to the pujaris to open the curtains. It was Arati time. So the Lord got up and ran because he forgot his necklace and shawl there. So when he went and stood like this in the altar, pujari saw it was another shawl. It was not costly, it was an old shawl. And when they removed the shawl, there is no necklace. So everybody got scared. Arey, what happened? Did any robbers come? So later on people said, no, we'll search in every house. So when they searched every house, Janabai's house had the shawl and necklace. So they arrested Janabai. Like, you are the one who stole the necklace. So we are going to hang you to death. Like, aapko aisa sasa milega. So they try to hang her. So they made a steel rod where she can be hanged and a rope around her neck. So she was about to be lifted. There was a rope under the hanger. Immediately what happened? The hanger became water and the rope became garland. Like mala jaise bana gaya. Or everybody was shocked because Janabai prayed, Arey Vittala, you only came to my house, you kept the necklace and I am getting punished. Arey, what is this? This is how you treat your devotees. And she started crying, calling Vittala, Vittala. She didn't bother anything. She was so much praying to Vittala that the Lord actually came there and saved her. That robe became garland. So one day when Kabir Das was so moved by the poems of Janabai that Kabir Das wanted to take darshan of Janabai. So when he went, Janabai was fighting with a neighbor. Arey, ye mera cow dung hai, aapka nahi hai, cow dung, gobar. So she was fighting for the gobar. Ye mera hai, aapka nahi hai, mera aapke. So Kabir Das like, she is Janabai, she is a great devotee, why she is fighting for cow dung? And Kabir Das went and asked, how will you know aapka gobar kaun sa hai? How will you know? Ek hi jaisa lagta hai, like both are looking same. How do you know this is your cow dung or that is her cow dung? So she said, she took the cow dung and kept it near Kabir Das' ears. And the cow dung which was hers was chanting Vittala, Vittala, Vittala. Even the cow dung was chanting Vittala. So this was Janabai. So because whenever she does, she used to chant Vittala's name. Okay. So I'll stop with one more pastime of Sakubai. There was somebody called Sakubai and she was very poor. Very poor. But from very young age, she was so attached to Vittala that every day, whatever they have at home, she used to offer to Vittala. And on the opposite side of the river, there was a river, and opposite side, there was a rich person who was a miser. Bahut kanjoos tha. He, even after taking food and when he washed his hands, there will be some rice. So he don't even want that rice to be given to the ant. Na kanjoos. So he used to lick the hands and then wash his hands. So because he's so kanjoos, nobody gave a daughter in marriage to his son. So he was worried what to do for my son. So he crossed the river and went to the house of Sakubai. So there he met Sakubai and he asked her in marriage for his son. So for Sakubai's parents also thought, okay, we are poor, they are very rich. Let she go and enjoy the opulence in that house. But when Sakubai got married and went, the mother-in-law was like Jatila and Kutila, so angry on her and made her do all the work. Every day she used to work so much and they never used to give any nice food to her. They were very kanjoos and they never offer also anything to Vittala. They were non-devotees. So Sakubai felt so bad. Hare Krishna, what faith you have given me. Still, whatever gali the mother-in-law gives, she used to just chant Vittala's name and do all her activities. So one day she went to wash her clothes in the nearby river. She heard that some Vittala story, Katha is happening. So she thought, okay, I'll go and hear about Vittala Katha. She kept her washing there and she went to hear about Vittala. So when she went to hear, neighbors informed her mother-in-law that she has gone to hear Katha. So the mother-in-law was so angry and tied Sakubai in one pillar and tied her and kept her fasting the whole night and didn't give her anything to eat, started beating her. That day, another lady came, that was Vittala. He came and said, Sakubai, you go to Pandalpur, I will stay here in your place and I will do your work. So the Lord Vittala became Sakubai. They exchanged the identity and he started doing all the work. So when the Lord is doing the work, it was so effulgent that the mother-in-law, everybody became so attracted to Sakubai. They all became devotees. And so when Sakubai reached Pandalpur, she gave up her life in front of Vittala, Jan Devi. I don't want to go back. I want to serve you. So when this happened, when Sakubai died, and Krishna as Vittala was serving Sakubai's mother-in-law and father-in-law, Rukmini Devi got worried. मेरा husband उधर सेवा कर रहे हैं और Sakubai left her body. What to do? Unless Sakubai come back, my husband will not come. So Rukmini Devi made Sakubai come back to life and took her to her house. And there Rukmini Devi said, Krishna, Vittala is doing your work. When she heard this, she ran and went to her house. When she went there, all the things were happening, and her mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband all became devotees of Vittala. And every year they used to go to Pandalpur for taking darshan. So this was about Panduranga Vittala. So I request all of you to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times for His grace. Gaurisham Prabhu, let Krishna give him good health and more devotional services and be with us all the time. And please chant because it's his birthday today. Hare Krishna. Srisriradhagovindatemple ki jai, Govinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Today topic was Glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhuji was serving Bhagavatam every day, Nityam, twice, morning and evening. So all of you, anybody wants to hear Hindi Bhagavatam can join Prabhu's class. So let him keep glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam all his life. And we are so fortunate that he gave great Sri Namanishta Prabhu to us. Because of him we got Prabhuji. So all our life changed because of Prabhu. So please sincerely pray, chant extra rounds for Prabhu today. Okay, when you all pray, Krishna will definitely give the more mercy. Okay, thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna. So there's feast today, but you can't come on no online feast. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo.